Hello everyone! Today we're going to be talking about players we can pick for Supercoach in 2026 from the greatest team of all, the Geelong Cats, down at Kardinia Park. Are we going to have to sell the farm to get these players? Oh, geez, no, I used that joke last year. Oh, people might cotton on that I'm recycling jokes. All right, anyway, enough of that. Before we get into that, if you want to join my open league, the code is 506532. And if you want to join the Podmasters Public League, the code for that is 937841. And there will be weekly prizes, and the winner gets a Supercoach ring. All right, on to the fixture. All right, so if you've been watching my videos from the first few team previews, you'll notice I had the whole fixture on here, but I've decided just to make it easier to read, so I only have the team that I'm covering's fixture here. All right, so what can we see with Geelong here? All right, they've got the round 2 bye, so that's a bit annoying. They've got a nice one here. We've got West Coast and Gather Around, North Melbourne round 8. They've got the last bye in the mid-season. And then, I don't know how they'd manage to do this every year, but from rounds 20 to 24, Melbourne, okay, Collingwood might be a bit hard, Essendon, which I believe is at Kardinia Park, North Melbourne, and Richmond. So we know that Port Adelaide's got a good run to start with, but yeah, to finish off, Essendon, North Melbourne, Richmond, oh man, we're going to have to, and that's for our Supercoach finals as well, so semi-final, preliminary final, grand final against Richmond. So you might want to get some Geelong players before the season ends. All right, so yeah, that's the fixture. Let's look on to some defenders now. All right, so starting with the defenders, at the top of the list, we've got Tom Stewart, 500.9k. 92.6 average from 18 games. Now, yeah, he's gotten a bit older. He's been a great Supercoach player for us in the past. But for 2026, I'm not quite sure. He seems to, just pick up some little injuries here or there. So he only played the 18 games last year. And, I'm not going to completely rule him out. But I'm going to say, I'm just going to consider / pass. All right, so I think there's other players like around the same price or maybe a bit cheaper, more value options that we can get, but wouldn't totally rule him out. Lawson Humphreys, he's 398k. He averaged 73.5 from 82 games. I think that was supposed to say 22. All right, so he's probably not one that we're going to get for our teams. Might be a good draft option later on in your draft leagues. But for me, it's going to be a pass. Like he'll take some kick-ins and all that sort of thing, but not one that I'm looking to start. All right, and now SDK. No, you're not going to suck me in again. Got him in I actually traded him in last year, because he was playing in the ruck. Didn't do too well there, and he was moved back to the back line, and hence only averaged the 67.2 from the 20 games. So I'm not going to touch him. That's going to be an easy pass. All right, that's all I think I have from the Geelong Cats backline. If you can think of anyone else, let me know. All right, next. Got the midfielders. All right, so we've got Bailey Smith, 638.3k. So, a little bit more expensive than last year. 118 average from 20 games, so that's pretty good. But he's now only midfield only. All right, so you can't pick him in our forward lines. He was an absolute gift last year. All right, but do we want him in our teams? I think we do. I'm probably not going to start him. I'm going to target him after early bye. All right, so he's one I'm going to be keeping a nice close eye on. And whoops. There we go. All right, so we're going to look at targeting him after the early bye. And same with Max Holmes. He's 600k on the dot. Now we can't pick him in our defensive line. He averaged 100.9 from all 23 games. I think he's going to be the same. I think I'm going to target him after his early bye. Like, we can't have them all. We can't get them all in straight away. But, you at least want these two, like I said before, with that run home for the finals. All right. The run home, not homes. No pun intended there. All right. So, yeah, definitely want those two. All right. Ollie Dempsey, 423.5k. 78.3 average from all 23 games. He plays on the wing. Can bob up for a goal here and there. Very good player. But for Supercoach, he's going to be a pass for me. All right. So, why is this not working? All right, there we go. So it is a pass. All right, James Warple, 403.5k, average of 74.6 from 18 games. He comes across from the Hawks. I don't think he's going to score well enough. So it's going to be a pass also. Tanner Bruin, he had his season ruined by, well, I was going to say finger injury, but we all know why. Which was unfortunate for the young man. 276.8k. Didn't play last year. They've brought in Warple. They've got Bailey Smith and Holmes. Where does he play? Does he play in the midfield or does he play on the wings? Or half forward or something? I'm not sure. But we get to see, first off, if he's actually picked round 0. And then we get to see what his role is. So I'm going to be watching him. All right. We've all got like your Hayden Youngs, your Darcy Parishes. Darcy Parish, 330k. But Tanner Bruin can get him like 60k cheaper. But Darcy Parish has history behind him and he's more proven. All right, so yeah, let's just watch him. Next we've got Jai Clark, 178.8k, 36.7 from 7 games. A lot of those games were sub-affected, so no more sub rule anymore. Does he make the best 23? I'm not sure. Something to watch. But there might be some cheaper rookies that we can get and might score better. So yeah, worth a watch, but yeah, probably not gonna go there. All right, into the rucks now. And we've got Blitz at the top of here. Mark Blitzars, 430k, averages 79.5 from 22 games. Then again, the new ruck rules, they probably suit the guys that can run and jump. And, well, Mark Blitzars, he's the definition of a guy who can run. All right, so he could play in the ruck. Could Reece Stanley come in for a few games? Could Toby Conway come in? He could play on the wing. He could just play midfield. He could play down back as well. So, we're not even sure if he's going to play full ruck. All right, so I think I'm going to pass there. All right. There we go. All right, Reece Stanley. Only guy who I think has been subbed off. I think it was like halfway through the second quarter. Was that last year or a year before? Subbed off because, he was doing pretty crap. All right, so, easy pass. Toby Conway, now, injured last year, didn't play a game. Could he be the number 1 ruck? Not sure. Again, we're going to have to wait till round 0. And, if he plays, well, you're saving 387k. I can't do maths. All right, so, and then, maybe he could rise in value, and you can get, say, a Cherry or a Gorn if they come down in price. If they come down in price. So, I'm just going to watch and see if he's, fit to play, and if he is, maybe one we can consider. But ruck line is, it's not really a line that I like to play around with. All right, so, that's the rucks. Not really much there for Geelong. All right, on to the forwards. Now, a few names here. Brian Myers, 508.7k, Average of 94 from 21 games. He might be one that I might look at on the run home, I think. All right, I'm probably not going to start him, but might target after. Like, he could be maybe like we've got 23 players on the ground. Maybe he could be like your 24th later in the season, perhaps. Like that type of player. All right, so one that you can just loop off the bench, maybe. All right, so target after mid buys. All right, that's what I'm going to go with. All right, and same with Jeremy Cameron. Like, I'm not going to start him at 483k. The Coleman medalist averaged 89.3 from these 23 games. Yeah, good effort from. Yeah, very good effort. Well, obviously it's a very good effort because he won the Coleman medal. All right, but yeah, target him after the mid buys, and again, he could be someone like your 24th player that you can loop. All right, especially with the run home. All right, and whoa, danger. 435.6k. Yeah, he's playing mostly as a forward these days. Well, of course, because he's only eligible as a forward. That makes sense. All right, 435.6k, 80.5 from 20 games. I'm just thinking, like, he's a lot older now. Are they going to manage him like he's going to miss games? And not only manage him that he missed games, but manage him during games because they got 5 on the bench now. So, yeah, I'm not going to go there. He's been a great Supercoach player, one of the all-time greats, perma captain in the past. But yeah, I think for 2026, I'm going to pass. All right, so that's it for Geelong. Yeah, is there any players I've missed? Anything you disagree with? Let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.